Hey everybody, welcome back to you and welcome back to me, to Northernlion Plays Nuclear Throne. I have been away at PAX. I'm now back. It's not like it's a long trip. I live in Vancouver, BC. It's in Seattle, Washington. It's like a 3-hour drive, and it's a nice 3-hour drive as well, but I've been away from home for like 5 days. I guess this is like day 6. This is the first video I'm recording since then. Might sound a little hoarse. There's a lot of shouting at PAX. There's a lot of getting coughed on, but I feel like I am not ill, which is good. So let's play some Nuclear Throne. In relevant PAX, play tutorial? What if I just hit unlock all instead? Well, I get the delicious air horn, and then I can play normal or daily. Alright, let's just random here and get started. In Nuclear Throne, or PAX stuff that is relevant to Nuclear Throne, I did get a chance to talk with Rami Ismail from Glam Bear for a while, and he said, hey, like, thanks for doing the videos. Like, I know that you suck. Would it be cool if, you know, at one point, oh man, my Nuclear Throne foo was so off. I'm gonna get rid of revolver for grenade launcher, yes, okay. Would it be cool if, you know, I had this idea that maybe we'll do like Mystery Science Theater style commentary over your videos, and just make fun of what you're doing and, you know, give some tips about how to get better. And I said, listen here, you little bitch. You ever want to do that shit with me, you gotta give me a cut. I actually didn't say that, of course. I said, thank you, you like literal and also figurative giant in the world of indie games. Do whatever you want, it's your game. As far as I'm concerned, it is basically your footage. I'm gonna stick with Shotgun over Slugger because I need to give him some more fodder for that in the future. I don't know if it's actually gonna happen. I'm not putting him on the spot to be like, look for this to, you know, he's a busy guy. It may or may not happen, but the idea was there. We had some conversations, and it was cool. And he told me that that tutorial was in the game and supposedly working, but I am going to spit in his face and not do it because, look, I'm a Nuclear Throne aficionado here. What do I need a tutorial for? I've been looping once per episode. Oh, that was very bad damage. I've been looping once per episode. I would be probably cautiously pessimistic. And you know what? People always say cautiously optimistic, like that's the be-all end-all. Like, oh, you know, if I'm optimistic and I'm wrong, then that's disappointing. I do sort of understand that, but I think we should make cautious pessimism a thing. People are optimistic with apprehension. I'm gonna take Eagle Eyes here. They're optimistic with apprehension, but they are pessimistic with reckless abandon. There's no punishment to being pessimistic by most people's standpoints or most people's understanding. There is pizza time right there if we want to go to that, which we probably do. We might need to make up a little bit of experience to get to level 4 prior to the next world. Prior to the junkyard, I guess, specifically, because the next world could be pizza time. But, you know, I think that there are penalties to being pessimistic that are a little bit more insidious than you might realize. You know, people who are pessimistic all the time, I think they have a tendency to be a little bit more negative, and I say that as someone who is pessimistic from time to time. Like, I could be pessimistic about that right there and be like, oh, I was in a great position and fucked it up. But maybe that makes me think a little bit more poorly of myself, and instead of being a cause for self-reflection, is actually cause for, you know, self-punishment to some extent. I think, you know, this is my, you know, Northernlion 20, let's be honest, I'm not running for president in 2016, that's too soon. I don't even think I'd be eligible, even if there was a congressional amendment passed in 2020. So we're probably looking at Northernlion 2032. That's my campaign slogan. Be optimistic with reckless abandon. And of course, all of the, you know, voters out there would say, what the fuck are you talking about? What are you going to do about the economy? And I'd just be like, here's a little song I licensed. Don't be a jerk, and just try to be recklessly optimistic and happy, baby. Woo! Bobby McFerrin hopefully will still be living by that ethos that he put down in that classic song, and will totally let me use it for my campaign. Okay, let's try Gamma Guts. It's against my better judgment. These are not the daily runs, though. These are warm-ups as far as I'm concerned. I am disappointed with the way that Crystal run went, though. It really should not have broken so easily. I was in a really good position. But that's the Ninja Turtles, man. I guess I gotta remember that the Ninja Turtles are so freaking annoying. Okay, I'm also steroids here, so I can fire as much as I would like to. That almost killed me, actually. I almost hit the grenade right into that little bandit. Ah! That was not very smart of me. There we go. Okay, we have a med kit left. All the grenades have exploded already. We can go to pizza time. May need to go to pizza time. I do not want to touch the pop rifle Grenade launcher laser pistol is acceptable. And we have a pretty good series of mutations. I believe on the sewers the idea with Gamma Guts, assuming they haven't nerfed it again. Oh, no, that is not the idea with Gamma Guts. You cannot just walk into enemies. One of these days I will not be out of sync with that anymore. And I will understand what's happening there. Remember, it used to be, it was temporary, but they used to make it... or they used to have Gamma Guts in such a way, we don't really want Pop Rifle, that you could just walk into enemies that did contact damage and kill them, assuming you did the damage before they did, which Gamma Guts, I believe, pretty much guaranteed. Then they changed it so that it didn't work like that because people were just going down to the sewers and running into every single enemy. Then I was told that it was changed back so that it does actually work like that, but, you know, the game gets updated once every 20 minutes. It's possible that it's been rebalanced, you know, even since then. We are going to get to pizza time, and hopefully, yeah, most of those rads made it down here. We should be able to have a chance to get to level 4 by the next, or by the time we finish pizza time, at least. Don't want to anger the IDPD if possible. This is like a full pop rifle run, which is something that I'm super uninterested in. I hope we get some pizza down here. We at least hit level 4. I did get that energy. I don't really want to anger the IDPD. I angered the IDPD. But was it worth it for this double rad canister? Maybe, maybe not. I really can't afford to get stuck down here. It'll cause some problems for me. If a grenade explodes, I think I knew this at one point, I just need to talk myself through it. If a grenade explodes within the radius of another grenade, do they both explode, or does the other one explode after? I believe that they both explode. Anyway, we'll take Strong Spirit. Start to get a move on here. Getting a little bit of my quote-unquote sea legs back underneath me. I wonder if I can walk into... I should be able to walk into these guys because they don't do contact damage. And by these guys, I surely do not mean the assassin who would end my life. I mean, the sparrows or the crows. I should be able to walk into them. I'm not much of an ornithologist, honestly. Okay. Level 5 by the end of this level, I don't think is going to be possible. You know, I gotta give a little bit of respect to Gamma Guts. Even if it doesn't work the way I want it to work anymore necessarily, because of the fact that it does give you that sweet glow around your character model. That is not a mimic. Toxic Launcher, I mean, we could be a little ridiculous and go for a double explosive build right now. I really don't want to do that. No chance to get to YV's mansion, that's okay. So far, so good. Oh. Oh, okay. Stay back a little bit here. That's not great damage. That was a really, really good dodge. Know when to hold him, know when to fold him. Oh god, know when to walk away, know when to run. This is when we run. Good, we made it out. No second stomach yet, so we're not necessarily rolling in HP, but that's okay. Half HP is better than 0 HP, the last time I checked. I don't mind using ammo to kill these guys, even though I know we could just walk into them. I'm going to take the shotgun over the grenade launcher, even though I'm not thrilled with it as a weapon choice. I'd like to save ammo by walking into the enemies, but at the same time, they could shoot us, so I'd like to avoid this. I don't have, I mean, I do sort of have a health mutation in the form of Rabbit Paw, but I'm going to take Bloodlust as well. Hedge my bets a little bit. It was close, though. I wanted to take Trigger Fingers, because it's a little bit more offensively punchy, but whatever, we can stay away from it for now. You know, one of my biggest disappointments from PAX, and I had a really good time at PAX, but if we're going to talk disappointments, one of my biggest disappointments is I didn't play too many twin-stick shooters. Like, I feel like since maybe 2011, 2012, when Isaac has kind of become really popular, and then, you know, Nuclear Throne has come out and made a name for itself as well. Come out, you know, in early access, depending on your perception of what come out really means. But anyway, energy please, energy please. There's been a lot of like twin stick shooting roguelike-ish stuff, and it's still coming, like Enter the Gungeon. I played some of the new version of that at PAX Prime, and that game is still shaping out nicely. But there was another one I played as well. Oh, I think we have to, and we can use the shotgun as our primary, even though I'm not thrilled. What's this weapon though? That's a grenade launcher, which maybe came up with us through the portal the first time. I did play a game called Rogue Continuum. Now, I hope I've got that right. You know, there's a lot of... basically, whenever I play a roguelike-ish game now, I'm like, okay, it's Rogue, and then, you know, some kind of descriptor after it. I believe it was Rogue Continuum. It was a... We don't really want Jackhammer. A multiplayer roguelike twin stick shooter, so kind of like a multiplayer Nuclear Throne type thing. It's actually really cool. It's set to have online multiplayer, but may not at the point of its release, but it's planned. Madison, Kate, and I played it, and it's kind of like, it's got the same style of a beat 'em up where you don't really walk left, it's like isometric, but it's kind of like a beat 'em up, enemy spawn, and then you kill them, and then you get to the end of the level, and you can buy stats to get some form of permanent progression. But it's got the difficulty of like a traditional, well, not traditional, but you know what I mean, like a roguelite-ish game, in that it's very, 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 very difficult, not just like click on the enemies and they die. I am interested to see how that comes out. Sharp Teeth. Man, I kind of dislike almost all of these. I've really mostly dislike our weapon loadout right now. Laser Brain can be great. I think I'm going to take Boiling Veins, just because I don't really always give Boiling Veins the respect it deserves. So I'm going to try to change that here. We're in a real tricky spot. The principal problem, we don't have Eagle Eyes now, so we won't take Triple Machine Gun. The principal problem, as I see it with our run right now, is that we need one of two things. Scare your face, so that these enemies actually die more quickly, or a much better weapon loadout, because, you know, the shotgun, the jury's out if the shotgun's even really that good to use when you get down to the junkyard. And now we are on, or I don't have Eagle Eyes as well, so that doesn't help out. But now we're on, you know, the ice area, and I'm still using it. I'm lucky that I have some pretty good defensive mutations, and Super Crossbow it's holding it down, but once we end up having to use that even more kind of prodigiously than we are right now, things are going to be very, very tough, because it's so hard on ammo. But we are surviving right here, and I guess we consider ourselves lucky there. Okay, that actually worked, much to my surprise. And we are at level 7, so we're making pretty good progress there. I guess we'll take homing bolts here to kind of hedge our bets, and if the crossbow is in our primary slot, we'll get more ammo for it from the standalone ammo chest. It does make Super Crossbow a little better, maybe even a lot better, but the principal problem with it, as always, is the ammo. So that's something that we're going to have to find a way to deal with somehow. Okay, I think we got the car there instead of the man, but that's okay. Nuke Launcher. I'm not gonna take it, and it's kind of an educated guess about how our run is going to look. I need something powerful, but we have Super Crossbow. It's extremely powerful. Then I need something that's economical, in my opinion, something spammable that we can use to take out other enemies. Oh shit, we're in a real difficult spot here. And I don't think, like, 2 powerful weapons, we could live with it for, like, a floor, but soon after that, things become pretty difficult. I need ammo, like, desperately here. This is real bad. This is a terrible situation, I'm dead. Okay, but you know what? That was an okay warm-up. I can live with it. Let's play the daily. We're gonna random. If we get melting, we get melting. But we didn't get melting, we got chicken. Thank you, by the way, to everyone who told me that chicken's black sword is actually considered a really upper-tier chicken weapon because it does more damage when you're on low HP, which obviously chicken is at a lot of the time. This is a terrible start. No ranged weapons puts us in a very difficult position. However, we do have the ability... Oh, there's a wrench in here, too. That's much better than the screwdriver, at least. We do have the ability to throw the weapons, which gives us a little bit of range. But if we miss twice in a row, we're in a very, very bad position, which is the principal scare for me right now. But when it works, and I'm trying to get a little bit more aggressive about using chicken's right-click. I quite like it, actually. I think we'll go with back muscle here. It's not my favorite mutation in the game anymore, but it's still pretty good, and it is probably one that, intellectually at least, people tell me that it's underrated, or I underrate it. But also, Rami was telling me, you know, he comes into the comments of the videos sometimes, and people are just like, they're not right. He says he excuses himself from the, let's get rid of the sword, and maybe also the wrench. He excuses himself from the conversation, but people will, like, misinform me, but they think they're being informed. They'll be like, hey, you shouldn't take this weapon, you should take this weapon. And Rami is like, you know, if you look at the actual, like, damage for it or the DPS, this one's actually way better. But Just he's watching, y'all. Just because I don't have the mental wherewithal to understand where the misinformation is coming from, that doesn't mean you're getting away scot-free with it. Somebody is silently judging you somewhere, which I think should just be the motto of maybe the human race, right? Oh man, I got very lucky that I think that second bullet hit me during what was still my period of invincibility somehow, so life goes on for me. I don't know why I would throw that there, now that I think about it. It seems like a very subpar decision, but we're making really good time. And by really good time, I don't mean in my, like, Rebirth style, we're going fast. I rather mean that we're actually a pretty high level. We're pretty high on the spectrum of level 3 to 4 right now. We'll definitely hit level 4, even if we miss pizza time. I was gonna say somehow miss pizza time, but I have missed pizza time in situations where I've had the grenade launcher and plenty of ammo before, so let's not count our chickens before they hatch. I've made a huge mistake. I right-clicked, thinking I was still steroids. And now I need to get back in there and get that weapon as soon as possible. Yes, there we go. Okay, so honestly, I'm just happy we lived. That could have gone either way. Got a med kit out of it. Okay, let's look for pizza time now. We hit level 4. Looking for probably a strong spirit. Second stomach would also be top tier, in my opinion. Let's try not to... Oh, there's pizza time. Let's try not to get killed by these guys. Should probably just hit pizza time, and then all the rads will come to me. And all the ammo, and the weapon, and the weapon is a machine gun, which I don't really want. I'd rather have the grenade launcher than the machine gun, I think, at least. We'll take Scarier Face. Euphoria, it's okay. Scarier Face is really the big draw for me on this one. Scarier Face actually is like the inverse back muscle. I think it is becoming probably one of my favorite mutations in the game easily. Well, we're getting sucked down here. We didn't actually pick up any extra levels, but that's okay. For now, it's okay at least. It does take us, you know, absolutely closer to getting to the next level. Can't take that away. That was a little dangerous. But I like that we're killing everything in one hit. I want that med kit. I want that. We got it. We got it. And we actually are going to get back to full HP. No strong spirit to, like, super benefit from that, but at least we're back to full HP. You know, it's still a good thing either way. What do you think about this bucket of syrup right here? I think I want to, like, explore down here and see if maybe we can get our screwdriver first. I'm not trying to be too extreme about it. But if we can get to YV's mansion, unlock a golden weapon, why not, right? And I was thinking we'd do it this way, so of course the last enemy alive is like the hardest enemy to not kill, if that makes sense. Let's see what this is, though. It's not a screwdriver, it's Bouncer SMG. I'll take that over the grenade launcher, but I'm not thrilled about it. The laser pistol, though, I know with Scarier Face in particular, provides a pretty good foundation for us to, you know, not be super scared about how the run is going, I guess, is what I'm trying to get at. One of these days, I knew I was going to fit that laser through there. Okay, I don't want to use Bouncer SMG in here because we'll anger the IDPD probably. A little bit more unpredictable with the shots. Energy Hammer versus Laser Pistol. I think I will stick with Laser Pistol. A little bit more energy efficient. Is there anything else in here that well, not really. Okay, well, let's go fight... yeah, let's go fight Big Dog. Our next mutation... You know what? I know Second Stomach, intellectually, in my heart of hearts, I know Second Stomach is so good. And actually, like, on a personal level, I've had really good situations with Second Stomach where if I had not had it, I would be dead. Or, I'm always dead, but I would not be getting such okay scores by my own personal standards. However, I really want to give Laser Brain some more credit. I don't get that much opportunity to use it, and I know it's a very well-respected mutation. I kind of prefer the Laser Pistol to the Plasma Gun. I don't know what that one is. That might be like a lightning shotgun. It's a laser cannon. I sort of don't like it, because it has such a huge delay in its shots. But it does do a lot of damage. But it fires 3 energy per shot. Okay, you know what? Maybe we'll use, like, Bouncer SMG against the weaker enemies. Okay, just recalibrate ourselves somewhat here. This might be okay. I mean, the Bouncer SMG is also not a particularly fast-moving weapon. I could never remember if there's anything in there. you know, the shots are fairly slow. Luckily, we have tons of bullets to use them with right now. Although I probably should have taken energy there with that in mind. Screwdriver. Definitely do not want that. Okay, and one more. Maybe thanks to Scare Your Face we can get away with this for a while, but we have to be very cautious about these enemies coming up that are very fast. Here I'm going to take patience, actually. I think that it is a smart idea for us to double down on getting perhaps a better mutation later than taking one that I'm not a huge fan of right now. And if we have to, you know, take care of the cars. Because it's a bullet-based weapon, we really have the ability to spam shots and not worry too much about how the economy is working out on those bullets. You get 2 of them there, which amazes me a little bit. 1 laser cannon shot is enough to actually get the kill on those big spider walkers here. Test your chest, Loveless. Can't stay in the heat and get out the Wild Wild West. I guess that's a situation in which a bouncer weapon is actually really good. Yeah, if there's like a choke point that you can exploit, like perhaps this one right here, you can get some advantages out of it. That was a really easy first level down here. Flare gun, I don't really love. Now, laser cannon, laser brain, I'm assuming will work pretty well for us. Okay, throws pierce through enemies is something that I will try to take advantage of. Right now, I don't think we need to because our weapon loadouts actually seem pretty solid. But if we ever find ourselves in ammo trouble, we can, you know, Mother Mary comfort me, singing words of wisdom. RMB. RMB, RMB. And don't forget, chickens RMB. Insulate yourself from randomness, RMB. I mean, I meant to throw in an RNG in there somewhere, but then I ran out of syllables, so instead I'll just go down, 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 down. Okay. Double flame shotgun. I will take this over the bouncer SMG, even though bouncer SMG's been fine. Double shotgun weapons, they tickle my fancy for sure. And I think Eagle Eyes is going to be our mutation of choice here. And now let's find a safe-ish place with which to fight Little Hunter. And honestly, I think it's going to have to be this. Now we gotta get a shot. There we go. That one I'm assuming was really good. Yes. Okay. I was not incorrect. He is dead, and laser cannon has proved its worth. Let's put it that way. How are you not dead after... Oh, this is not double flame shotgun, is it? This is just regular flame shotgun. I've been ripped off. Hey, everyone, this gun's a big phony. I'm not taking the nuke launcher. Oh, it's an auto shotty, though? It is an auto shotty. Okay, that's actually pretty good. I misread the superlatives, but that being said, we're still part of the gang here. That was very dangerous. I got way too close. But that was a relatively uneventful, in the best way possible, ice level. And honestly, we have a pretty nice, oh geez, a pretty nice series of weapons and mutations for dealing with the labs. What is this? Screwdriver. That's a funny joke. Basically, we have weapons that fire relatively quickly and deal a lot of damage, so feeling pretty solid about that. Just anything we can hit them with to trigger them from afar is going to be good for us. And I don't really care about the contact damage guys right now. What is this weapon? Flak cannon. Super flak cannon is potentially incredible. The regular flak cannon is kind of like a bit of a who cares for me. Gotta find the necromancers. Blood cannon. Is it blood? It is blood cannon that people love, right? It's blood launcher that sucks. Not sucks, but is not like something you have to take. Maybe I have 2 slow weapons now. Fires 4 explosives every time it shoots. Maybe now we go with the laser cannon as like our go-to weapon. That was really easy. And we use the blood launcher for a little bit more crowd control-y type stuff, which we'll probably start with right here, so let's be real, I guess. Somehow, not taking damage there. Kind of blowing me away. Now, laser cannon. Not so bad against those guys. How's our ammo doing? For explosives, could be better, of course. Gotta be something left here. Maybe it could be a mimic, though, so let's be... Oh, it's not a mimic. That actually went pretty well. Laser cannon might be a loopable weapon for us. Here, I think we take Bloodlust. Probably not going to surprise too many people with that one. This seems like a really great anti-IDPD weapon. Just trying to make sure we get the most out of our ammo here, because, you know, every chest gives us 6 explosives, if it pays out with explosives, of course. It gives us 6 explosives, which is enough for 1.5 shots with blood cannon. You know, not really blowing the doors off in terms of our efficiency right now. And blood cannon might be, like, nearly impossible to use on the throne fight. Laser rifle versus laser cannon? I think laser cannon, I mean, cannon seems a little bit more... It's a scarier sounding weapon, I think, than rifle. And this would just be lightning hammer. It's an interesting weapon, I'll admit, but we can't really afford to roll 2 energy weapons, nor can we afford to roll 2 weapons that are like, you know, super short range, so I don't think we can really get away with this. But this would be my dream come true right here. If we could loop on our first daily back, I would actually feel like I've made some permanent progress in Nuclear Throne. Not permanent progress in terms of what we've unlocked, because come on now. But permanent progress in terms of skill progression. I want a reskinned version of the throne that changes those like radiation canisters on the side to catch a bottle. So it's asking for it, man. Okay, the other thing we have to worry about here, and you know, there's a lot to worry about, but one of the things we have to worry about, maybe it's a better way to say it. I don't have, oh jeez. Just let me focus for a second. You're freaking me out right now. Oh my lord. Blood cannon blocks bullets. I'm learning this. We don't have plutonium hunger, so if I need to get ammo, it's not gonna be easy. Also, yes, I was a little concerned about that, but I believe now we have killed the throne. This is pretty amazing to me. It was actually relatively easy, if I do say so myself. Not because like I'm trying to be cocky, but it was just surprisingly easy, I guess, is where I'm going with that. And definitely we'll take second stomach here, and then we're looking for the Ultra. And the Ultra we're going to use is the one that brings it back to us, I think. Now, this is going to be Laser Cannon City here. Now, I do find this a little tricky sometimes. This used to be just an afterthought. Now, sometimes it can be a little tougher, but as far as I'm concerned, I'm thrilled here. Although, I will say, our score is pretty low. Like, considering where we are in the game, to have only 385 kills is a little surprising, but I don't know. Maybe that's, it'll be the same for everybody, roughly, that is at this point on the daily, and the dailies are like a relative score competition, so I guess it doesn't really put us at a disadvantage. Getting a little low on ammo, energy specifically, but we can always switch it. We did just get our Ultra. Second stomach will take us back to max level. A little bit of a piss-off here is that we won't be able to get Strong Spirit. But I guess as Chicken, we kind of have an inbuilt Strong Spirit we can enjoy. Is the police van gone? Oh, I'm dead. I'm dead. No, not like this. I just started like right-clicking everywhere, left-clicking everywhere. Still, good run. Wow, Larson had a... Larson, who is... Oh, it's Crystal's alt skin. He only got 1 level further than me, but killed almost twice as many enemies. Still, I'm pretty pleased with my performance today. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. And, of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.